Hi Virgo, and welcome to your monthly love predictions reading. This reading is intended for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Risings or Venus signs. So if you're not a Virgo or you don't have strong Virgo placements in your chart and you are here cross-watching, you're more than welcome to stay. I just need you to know that I'm a very honest reader. So if you hear or see something you do not like, you have been warned. Virgo, we're doing a love prediction reading for you especially. So we're focusing solely on love from mid-May until mid-June. It's a monthly prediction reading. You may also have messages in your moon or Venus signs. I'm going to start your reading by getting some oracle cards from this oracle deck, and then we're going to be clarifying the messages further with tarot, getting more specific. We're going to look at your challenge. We're going to look at your opportunities. We're going to have a look at advice as well when it comes to love. So what is Virgo's main themes in love for the month ahead? Virgo's main themes in love for the month ahead. My Lord, okay. Wasn't sure if that card was going to come out. We have Conquer for you, Virgo, showing up in the upright position. That is your bottom deck energy. The first card that came out, I believe it was this card. We have Zenial. My Lord, Zenial, however you say it. That word always stitches me up. Bless Sarah and her little cotton socks, but man, she chose words that are so tricky. They are not in my usual vocabulary, but I kind of like that. A bit of a challenge. Sarah is the creator of this deck, by the way. We also have Imagination. We have Bravery and Reach as well. Pay attention to the figures on these cards because I don't know about you, but I'm mostly just seeing one person. We also have Sharing for you, Virgo. So I pulled 5 cards, 6 if you include the bottom deck, and only one of them has 2 figures on them. And that card, because it's Zenial, it feels like it's more this person sort of looking at themselves in their mind's eye. I believe, Virgo, for some reason, there's a lot of focus on self and how you share yourself with others in the month ahead. Your love reading feels like it's inclusive towards loved ones. It's not just about your romantic partners. It feels like you're focusing on loved ones as a whole. But I want to say that the goal here is conquering some sort of goal when it comes to love. You may start this month with a preconceived idea of how you want your love life to go, whether it's you trying to put yourself out there more, you signing up to dating apps, you going out and meeting more people, or you spending more time with your partner. Whatever it is, there seems to be a goal that you're already trying to achieve. The thing about all of this energy as well is that it does feel like we're trying to get ourselves out of a shell that we may have been very comfortable in. With Zenial here, we're making moves and we're taking actions in a way that is more kind of ourselves, but out of ourselves. That's what it feels like. I also believe that you're imagining how you want this to work out with imagination here. Some of you are going to be really stuck in your head about, am I doing enough? Am I approaching this situation right? Could I be trying it from a different angle? What are my options? What should I do? What do other people do? I also see some of you comparing yourself to others. But I think that whatever it is that you choose to do, it takes bravery, and it's you really pushing yourself to new sort of limits. I believe the overall goal has to do with you sharing yourself and being more open when it comes to love. So let us have a look at tarot now to look more specifically at what you can expect in the month ahead. Those are your main themes, but what is happening for you when it comes to love from mid-May to mid-June for Virgo, please, Spirit? What is happening for Virgo when it comes to love from mid-May to mid-June? Virgo, please, Spirit. Okay. I wasn't going to take that, but the way it flipped over was crazy. One more card. Okay. The back of the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles for you in the upright. So Virgo, some of you are really having a hard time with this getting out of your shell business. With that Four of Pentacles, look, this is an armadillo as well. Struggling to get out of your shell, get out of your comfort zone. It's not uncommon. Unfortunately, a lot of us earth signs seem to be having those messages lately. The first cards that came out for you was the Ace of Pentacles with the Three of Wands. Ace of Pentacles is reversed. We then had the Sun come out for you, which is beautiful, very bright energy. I also have, I'll be honest with you, I got a lot of cards, so let me just plow through these real quick. We also had the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups. That Queen of Swords is reversed. We also have the Six of Swords in the reverse. And last but not least, I've got the Tower and the Hierophant for you as well. So 16 and 5. Interesting. I have two people showing up predominantly for you. Two people. One is maybe a water sign and the other is an air sign. So water could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and that air could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I see that at the start of the month for you, Virgo, you feel like you need to take time focusing on yourself with selfish here. Some of you may be rejecting opportunities, or you may feel rejected in terms of there's not enough of what you want around you when it comes to love. You're looking for something to happen. Some of you are waiting for something to happen. But I also believe that you're setting sort of ambitious expectations when it comes to love in the middle of May. Some of you may be focusing on a manifestation when it comes to love, and it's kind of blindsiding other potential options. You're just focusing on one very specific thing and how it comes towards you. This could be where that imagination comes into play as well. Because you're so focused on this one thing, some of you are stuck in this imaginative world that you've created around this one thing, and you're not allowing yourself to see anything else. I think that this is somehow making you happy though with the Sun here. It's making you feel confident that you can have what you want, and it's reinstating your abilities to feel like yourself because you're escaping into this imagination, this imaginative option that you've created, and it's making you feel more confident in maybe the hardships that you're experiencing in other aspects of your world, or the challenges. Let's not just throw hardships out there. The challenges you may be experiencing in other areas of your life right now. That Sun is overall helpful for you. Imagining an ideal outcome in love is not harmful in your case because you're raising your vibration, you're becoming optimistic, and I do see you having an energy around you who is really digging your vibe, for lack of a better word. This King of Cups character seems to be very focused on moving towards you with romantic intentions for that Sun to be there, but I don't know if you're going to fully see them when you're so focused on this imaginative outcome. The thing about this King of Cups is they seem to be approaching you from behind, in the sense of you don't seem to see them coming. I feel like this person is quite honest and open-hearted, and they're going to want to connect with you in an authentic way. But I also see with the Queen of Swords reversed that this may not be what you're expecting, or this may not be how you were projecting or predicting your love life to go. With that Queen of Swords reversed, this feels like something is happening that takes us by surprise, and it has us reacting in a very clumsy way. We don't really know what to say. We don't know how to act. So we're kind of just focusing on things in a very sort of warped way, and our reaction may be warped as well. I believe that this is going to happen towards the end of May to the beginning of June. And I think you just need to give yourself time to decide what you want to do. It may be that the outcome is you have to have bravery in order to progress, but I also think that you need to be more aware of what this opportunity is helping you move away from and ground in your life. You seem to be really careful and analytical about how you progress things or how you handle this situation. The ball seems to be in your court, which is interesting. Even though this King of Cups is displaying romantic intentions and affections towards you, you seem to be the one who has to be taking things to the next level, who seems to either instigate it or really allow the situation to go to the next level. So from mid-June till from the beginning of June till mid-June, I do see you struggling to find the right words. I see you kind of needing a few moments to figure out what you want to say and how you want things to move forward, and whether this is even somebody that you want to pursue, because it may be that this person's intentions are pure and their feelings are great, but for some reason you're just not that interested. So I think that by the time you figure out what you want to do, fate will have decided anyway. And I think the Tower is ultimately going to help things clear up by destroying what isn't meant for you anyway. So as frazzled as you may be, by the middle of June with the Tower here, I do see us destroying the illusions and eventually getting a bit of a wake-up call as to how we may have been delaying our progress and how we may have been attached to something that wasn't going to work out exactly that way. Because remember, you start this month focusing on something that isn't even available to you, looking for it, waiting for it, wanting it, desiring it. And while this is helping you raise your vibration, it's attaching you to an outcome that is most likely not going to happen the way that you expect it to. So the Tower kind of helps break down that false reality so that you can begin to pick the pieces up or rebuild and restructure and redetermine how you can make things happen realistically for yourself. The thing about that Hierophant is, once that Tower moment hits, once you have that sudden realization, you may actually turn around to that King of Cups and go, hey, sorry it took me so long to answer your message. Are you still available? That Hierophant could be referencing commitment for some of you. Maybe you've been dancing around that when it comes to this person because you weren't sure if they were your type or if they were able to give you what you want. They may have looked very different to what you were imagining. So some of you may, by mid-June, go back to this person and say, hey, if you're still available, I'd be happy to try and, meet up with you, or I'd be happy to meet up with you to try to see if we've got a genuine connection. I think that this is something that will take a lot of bravery on your part. You may even need to conquer your fears in order to do this, but I think that you are ready. You've just got to allow this process to helpfully self-destruct so that you can get grounded in what your options actually are. I think that Hierophant, for those who do not go back to people at all, could also just be talking about you finding the structure to move forward and take a more practical approach to your love life, rather than feeling so whimsical and manifesting based on unrealistic expectations. I want to have a look at your main challenge in love now. I want to clarify that Hierophant real quick, actually. Spirit, what is going on here for the Hierophant, for those who will not be in a commitment with that King of Cups? What is going on for the Hierophant? Two of Swords reversed. Your mind is going to be made up. That's why the Hierophant's here. You may even be seeking advice from someone in order to really understand what it is that you want to do. So after this Tower moment, the Hierophant is you clearing out the rubble and building your foundation, being more serious about how you approach love, and knowing more about what you want to do when it comes to taking action upon people who are interested in you. So I do see some of you revisiting messages and replying, while others of you with the Lovers card reversed are going to actually choose to stay single for a little bit longer, or you're going to choose to be a little bit more cautious about who you step towards. Not because you're closing yourself off, but because you want to feel more confident about who you're committing yourself to. Some of you are afraid of giving the wrong impression to people who are interested in you as well. So you're being very careful about how serious you let things get, even at a communications point, before you progress. You may be hesitating to answer all those emails or direct messages because you're afraid of them getting too serious on you too early. Regardless, you seem to be wanting to act from a concise point where you're very decisive, you know what you want, and your action is clear. So that's what I see happening. The sudden realization is, if it doesn't feel right, you're not going to do it. You're only going to take action that is very much feels right to you. So what is Virgo's main challenge in the month ahead when it comes to love? Okay, so for some of you, your main challenge is finding a potential person, the right person, someone who actually ticks those early boxes, someone who you feel you can get something off the ground with. You seem to be matching with people who do not seem to fit your ideal, whether that's on a physical level or whether that's just expectations and intentions towards love. You don't seem to be finding good potential suitors. For those who are in a relationship, your relationship seems stuck in one specific sort of cycle or stage, and you're having a hard time progressing it beyond that phase. You're feeling limited in your options here. With the Hermit card also coming out in the reverse position, you're all struggling to trust your own wisdom and knowledge. A lot of you have a very powerful gut instinct. That is your card, Virgo, the Hermit card. You are known for your ability to use Mercury's influence to be able to make logical gut instinct-based decisions. When you don't trust that aspect of yourself, things do tend to destruct, like the Tower is showing us. So ultimately, your challenge here is to trust your gut instinct, to trust what your experience is telling you, and to trust that you know at the end of the day what is best for you. So if it's not feeling 100% right, even though it looks and smells wonderful, you got to trust your gut instinct at the end of the day. I feel like this King of Cups could be someone who knows how to say all the right things to evoke the right emotional response, but then you sort of go away and you're thinking about them and you're like, why aren't the feelings there though when I think about them? Why isn't this adding up when I think about them? So let's have a look now at your main opportunities in love. Yeah, this person is very curious about you, but it does feel one way. They may be more into you than you are into them, Virgo. Let's have a look at your main opportunities in love. Like looking through a looking glass. They may be projecting what they want onto you. Just be careful about that. It'll be very obvious because they'll steer the conversation, or they'll be fixated on very specific aspects and not wanting to really get to know the real you. What is Virgo's main opportunities in love for the month ahead? Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? What is their main opportunities in love? I asked for 1 and I got 6, so let me shuffle those back in because 6 is way too many. What is thank you? So we got 2 5s, the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Swords showing up in the reverse position. We also have the Page of Cups in the upright. So I can see that a major opportunity for you is working beyond challenges that you may be revisiting or that you may have been stuck on for some time. These challenges involve you knowing what to say and how to act when someone shows interest towards you. These challenges are also based on, with that 5 of Wands, trying not to feel like an option to somebody, knowing who is worth investing energy towards, and knowing when to invest energy as well. The other thing about that 5 of Wands reversed is the people that you may have been dealing with may have just left you to feel like you're another option to them. And I don't think, first of all, that was fair, but I also don't think that meant they were taking you seriously enough. With the Page of Cups here, I do see flirting for a lot of you. I see an exchange of communication, like through text. I also just see fun with that Page of Cups, an opportunity to initiate more of a friendship first before you take things heavier. The thing about that Page of Cups, Virgo, is it also feels like this is coming in a less sort of serious way. So we don't need to make things heavier than they need to be right now. We can just focus on things in a lighthearted way and then growing them from there. That's what it feels like that Page of Cups is saying. Some of you are going to get feelings for someone new when you're expecting someone from the past to come back, and that's an opportunity that you can, without feeling forced, explore if you want to. So what is the advice for Virgo, Spirit? What is the advice for Virgo? Honestly, the outcome has not been written yet. You have a lot of decisions to make. You have a lot of choices available. You have multiple chances and opportunities in your present reality to pursue a future that will make you happy, with or without the people that are around you. I can see at the bottom deck energy here, you need to get out of your head in a helpful way and get back into your power. Your thoughts are both your biggest power and your biggest weakness. That Eight of Swords reverse is reminding you that you're not a victim. Okay, everything is happening for you. So get out of that victim mentality and appreciate the actions you can take towards the outcome that you want. At this stage, it has not been written, in the sense of there is a lot of flexibility here depending on what you choose to do and what you choose to feed your attention towards. If you continue to stay stuck in your imagination, waiting for this thing that's not available to you, then you are going to remain stuck. But I don't see that happening for much longer. The Tower is going to force you to realize how you should be taking more action and what you should be focusing on more now. I do see a separation here. Your advice is to let things go, to not scream and hold on to them and really fret when they go, because if it is meant for you, it cannot miss you. But I do see a separation here, and your advice is to let go. Justice reversed is indicating that us clinging to a specific outcome can be causing unjust issues in a multitude of ways. By us staying very attached to one thing and one specific outcome, we are also neglecting all of this around us by having tunnel vision on that one thing. So you're kind of doing yourself an injustice by staying so attached to what you think is going to happen. With this Six of Pentacles, reversed, your last piece of advice, Virgo, is that if they're not giving to you, you need to stop, cut, break, and go invest your time and energy elsewhere. If it is not giving to you, invest your time, energy, effort elsewhere. I really believe it's time to take back a lot of what you've been giving to something that is not going to be able to ground and grow for you. And that is pretty much all I'm seeing for you, Virgo. That was a very heavy last message. I'm sorry I can't wrap it up in a nicer, sweeter way, but I feel we've already gone over time. So I hope this message was helpful for you, Virgo. I hope above all that you have a wonderful, prosperous, abundant month ahead, and that this message is helpful. Remember, it is a general reading. You may have stronger messages in your moon or Venus sign because it is a love reading. Above all, take what resonates. Do not let the rest take from you, and I shall connect with you in another video. Bye.